How to charge for mobile notary services. These are a couple of things that you guys need to know. A lot of times people are asking me this question, and to me, the answer is really simple. But now when I think back on when I first became a mobile notary, I guess that is something that I was kind of like held up on. It's because you don't want to be the person that's charging too little and too much. So I'll try to explain this to you guys as simply as possible. Let me just go ahead and pull the screen up for you guys. There you go. So, how do you charge? How do you charge as a mobile notary? So, the first thing you can do, well, the easy way, if you really want to make it easy, I have a price sheet that you can get in my bundle down below. Shameless plug. But if you don't want to do that, you're on like a tight budget, or you just want to like find something that's even more fine tuned and more of a direct answer, you can do research. And how I do my research, or how I recommend you guys doing your research, is by doing this. Google. I'm joking, but I'm serious. And what I mean by that is the first thing you need to do is look at all the people in your area. So what you're going to do is, let's say you live in the zip code 12345, right? You're going to go take your zip code, go to Google, and then type in notary in 12345 or mobile notary in 12345. That's your first step. Because all you're doing is looking at all the people that's in your area and looking at the competition. At that point, you know all the people that you're doing business with, all the people that you're competing with. At that point, I used to create like a list of, I usually do a list of 10, but if you're lazy and you don't want to do that much work and you're just trying to get like a quick answer, you want to do 5. So I look at the top 5 people in my area. And when I say I'm looking at my the top 5 people in my area, what I'm basically looking at is reviews. The reason I'm looking at reviews is because the people that have the reviews are doing one of 2 things. They're either A, having family and friends leave the reviews, or B, they're getting reviews from the actual clients. Either way is fine. Honestly, everybody wants to, if you want to do it the 100% correct way, you'll be getting the reviews from clients. But at the end of the day, we don't know what they're doing, and you can just base their credibility off the reviews they have. And that's the best thing you can do. So look at the top people in your area. Who has the most reviews? Those are the people you need to be doing. So you need to see, number 1 is going to be this person. Number 2 is this person. Number 3 is this person. Number 4 is this person. Number 5 is this person. After you have the list of those top 5 people, what I also like to do is look at one document. So when you're going to all these 5 people, you're not just going to look at all their documents, because that's going to confuse yourself. And this is where it can get a tiny bit time consuming. But if you really want to do some deep research, you can do it like this. So let's say that the first person's company is Bob Mobile Notary. Let's say something like this. You have Bob Mobile Notary. You have, this is the easiest way for me to explain it. Break it down for y'all real quick. So you have Bob Mobile Notary, you got Mary Mobile Notary, you got Joseph Mobile Notary, you got Abraham. I was reading the Bible yesterday, so these names are stuck in my head. These are the first things that came to mind. So you got Bob, you got Mary, you got Joseph, you got Abraham, and you got Levi, right? You got all of these people mobile notary business. And what you're going to do when you see each of them, if you really want to get funky, you could put their review amounts by it. Their number of reviews. So he has 123, he has 100, he has 90, 70, and then he has 40. You put their reviews beside it so you know how much each has, and then you start with one document. So you need to have the website for each one of these places, right? Each one of these notaries. And then after you have the website, you're going to take one common document. Preferably, it's best to start off with the one that you probably get the most jobs for. So if it's general notary work, see how specific you can get. If it's estate planning, you know to do estate planning. If it's power of attorney, if it's a apostille, if it's the fingerprinting, so on and so forth, whatever that particular document is the one that you're going to be looking at, so you can cross-reference it. So let's just say for all these people, let's say that the most of the time you get POA jobs, right? So you're only looking at the POAs for each of them, because you don't want to look at different document types and try to find an average, because if you do that, you're going to be all over the place. You might be charging more for a POA and everybody's charging less for that POA. So you take one document like that POA and then you find the price of it, right? To do that, you're just going to go on their website, go into the reviews, and then go into their website, go to their services, and a lot of notaries list their prices on their website. I personally don't do that. And because I'm like, what if there's people like me out there? I'm just making it easy for the competition. But a lot of people still do it. So somebody has a POA for 100, somebody has it for 90. You see another one has it for like 80. You have somebody has it for 75, and you have somebody that has it for 70. You know that these are all their prices for the POAs. At that point, you're just taking the average. For those of you that don't know how to do the average, why are you in business? I'm joking. So you're going to add up all these numbers and then divide it. So what we have there is, let me see. We have that 100 plus 90 plus 75 plus 70. 190, 80, 75, 70. 190, 80, 75, 70. So you add up all those numbers, 190, 80, 75. Oops, I missed the 75. And then 70. Once you have all 5 of those numbers, at that point, what you're going to want to do is just divide, you get the total and then just divide it by the amount of numbers that are there. 3, 4, 5. So you have that. You do equals is 415 divided by 5 is 83. So you know, boom, you're at 83. The amount that you have there is 83. So you know, when you do that, your price range is going to range in right between the second person and the third person. So you're at about right here. So that way you're not too high, you're not one of the top people, and you're not too low, you're not one of the low people, because this is a losing game. Trying to be the cheapest person in the business is a losing game. Like, even me nowadays, as I'm creating new businesses and new things like that, I'm not trying to be the cheapest person. I want to be one of the people that sets the that gives really good service. I want to give you guys really good information, because 1, I want to help you guys, and 2, I want to make money, and 3, you want to actually do good service for people. You actually want to take the time and give them good information, change their lives, and help them get to the next level, because people trust in your brand. They know that, okay, Knowledge is the type of person to give good information. I know that he's not going to BS me when I'm getting information from him. I know when I'm buying from him, I'm going to get something that's going to, change my life and is actually going to make me money. So don't try to be the cheapest person. That's not what you should aim for. You shouldn't be aiming for like, oh, he does 70, I'm going to do 70. The only time I'll say that it's okay to do something cheap, like let's say like you're doing a job for like 50 to 70, or 50 to, let's say 50 to 60, or even 20 in some cases, honestly. But anyways, the only time you should be doing anything that's like this unaffordable, I don't like to use the word cheap, but anytime you're doing something that's this unaffordable, the only reason you should be doing it is, 1, you're just starting. So that is the reason. And then 2, it's from a signing service. Oh shoot, I tried to do that with my trackpad. So that's the reason. Boom. Honestly, and you could even put a third reason in there if they're super close to you. And I mean close in proximity, not close as in like, oh, we're cool. Even though you can do that too. But those are the only reasons you should be charging super cheap. And if you're just starting, you just need to do this on like the first 5 people. Because when you do that, what you're really doing is just getting the experience. You're getting the XP. If you guys are gamers or know what that means, you're getting your XP. You're getting your XP up, your experience point. So from these 5 people, you can use those 5 people to get reviews. You can use those 5 people to get testimonials. You can use those 5 people to get pictures. And once you get those 3 things from them, whatever it may be, make sure to treat them good. Make sure to give them a discount. You're just going to take these pics. You're going to take those pics. You're going to take those reviews. You're going to take those testimonials. Blah, 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 blah. You get it. And you're going to put those 3 things on your website. And you're going to put those on, honestly, you can put those on your website. You can put those on your ads too. I almost forgot about ads. But that's a whole nother ball game. But website ads, and you're gonna put this on your GMB. If you don't know what that is, Google my business. If you don't know what that is, you need to go watch more of my videos. Those are the things. Those are the only reasons why you'll be charging people so cheap. If it's like your first 5, go ahead and get that business in, because when you have things like this, like your website, your Google, your website, your when you have this, the reviews, the testimonials, and the pictures, and you put them on here, this is gonna get you back more business, and then all the rest of the customers you can charge more. And just use what the $5 method. If you are in my mastermind or my one-on-ones, you know what the $5 method is. Just use the $5 method, and then that's how you get from like your $50 all the way up to like $83 without you scaling too fast or causing you any problems. That's your best bet on doing it. And that's basically it, y'all. It's not really rocket science. It's just strategy. And I learned this strategy over the years and just effing up a lot. I would like to say that I'm just smart, but it was just screwing up a lot, wasting a lot of time, undercharging myself for way too long. Even nowadays, I'm still raising my prices using my $5 method. You see what I'm saying? So, like, you guys should always be raising your prices. And there's just things that you need to look out for. But this video is specifically how to charge for mobile notary services. That's how you're going to charge them. That's how you're going to find your pricing for them. So you can charge them the correct amount. And then also, one thing that I will say to you guys as well, just to give you even like more, a little bit of game, the actual services that I'm using to charge them, you can use your Square. That's cute. That's supposed to be an A. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Next time I'm gonna use my my thing for you guys, my iPad. I know how to spell Square. It's just hard to spell it on here. Yeah. So you have your Square, you have your Stripe, you got your bank that you can charge people through. You got your authorized.net. There's a lot of different payment processors that you could use. These are the actual payment processors, and you can charge them via over the phone. You can charge them in person using the card reader, or you can use the various small apps, like the small subsidiary third-party apps, like the Cash Apps, the Venmos or Venmos. I think Chime, you can do it too. And then my favorite, Zelle. I love me some Zelle. When Zelle came out, y'all, I was running that to the ground. Boom. But yeah, you can actually charge them using these if you don't have a payment processor and don't understand what this stuff is yet, and just get your money fast. And then when you get a little bit more, net with your business, or just more socially aware and more business savvy, you can move over to your Squares, your Stripes, your banks, which is your actual bank, or authorized.net. But yeah, sorry, that just came to my mind. I thought it was important that you guys know that. But anyway, that's how you charge for mobile notary services. Those are all the things that you need to know. Just knowing that alone is going to put you ahead of so many other notaries. So if you're watching this video, especially early, as I'm just posting these, you're gonna be in luck. Like, because while other people are still trying to figure out how much to charge, you know the strategy, you know what to charge, you can move on to the next problem. And business is all about just moving on to the next problem, because there's always a fire you got to put out. But anyways, if you guys like this video, if you want some one-on-ones, I can go even deeper with you on your business, go ahead and click on the link below and book a call. There's a free notary starter kit that you can download also, and there's a paid bundle that you can get that has even more resources, such as an email template, a phone script that you can actually read that I use, and also a list of 300 signing services so you can sign up for those and have business coming in on the back end. Oh, that was a lot. That was a mouthful. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Peace, love, and your boy Knowledge is out.